Hello my planner pals and welcome back, and if you're new here then thank you for joining me and giving me a try. My name is Di, I am here at Creative Karma Design. Today I am sharing with you my project life for week 51 and 52 and then the couple of days that we had left over of New Year's Eve. So for 51 here, this was the week of my birthday, and as you can see here I'm using the printables from Ali Edwards. This was the January Stories by the Month kit. So I've got all of my photos, all of my printables, and I did most of the printable stuff. I put the journaling straight on the cards. Just makes sense if I'm doing it in Canva anyway, to just put most of the journaling on the cards. I do add a couple of little other bits as well. But you can see here, I've got photos of my birthday, the stuff that I've received. I've got one of Stella, one of the little snake that we had in our entryway, and then the not so very merry and bright is because I got sick pretty much on the Wednesday after my birthday. So you can see me here just kind of like testing out some different papers and stuff that I wanted to go with this week. And I think sometimes having too much choice is a bad thing because of all the papers and stuff that I bought for December Daily, this is what I'm realizing, it's too much choice. So I eventually decide to do this kind of peppermint poinsettia pattern with the diagonal stripes, and I like that paper. It's just I wouldn't use it as a whole sheet. It's just very busy for me, but for something like this where it's just a few little bits, perfectly fine. I like it. Cut them all to size and make sure that they're the right size for this project. And you can see me here just kind of playing around with some of the printables. Again, these are from Ali Edwards. I think this is the Stories by the Month. It could be December Daily, I'm not sure. But I've got so many of her printables right now, it's hard to tell. But I resized the circles so that they fit in my 1.5 inch punch. And then I'm going to get out some colourful boxes from Happy Planner. And these are just like ones that I've had left from other projects. And I just think, well, okay, I can use some of these red little rectangles, and use them for little journaling bits. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use those little small ones for little journaling spots on some of my stickers. So again, the left-hand side is mostly stuff that we did on my birthday. The right-hand side is some happy mail that I got. I got the Stories by the Month kit, the physical kit. My first physical one. I am so looking forward to using that in my one little word and in my project life for 2025. And I got some stamps. Those were from Temu, I think, my first order from Temu. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying playing with the projects and playing with printables. I will say, if you are using printables, like I'm using the Ali Edwards ones here, but if you're using printables, print them on matte photo paper. They come out absolutely beautifully on matte photo paper. So you can see me here, I'm going to add a bigger box on the picture of the snake. One, because there's a lot of white space, and two, because the journaling is going to be like, there's more journaling needed on that card. So I'm going to put that on and have a bigger journaling spot for that, and then I'm just filling that in. I am still loving, by the way, the Sharpie S-Gels. I think at some point, I'm not going to say like this month, but at some point during the next few months, I'm going to be buying some more of those. I really enjoy using those. They're much better than the Pilot G2s. So you can see me here, I'm just kind of figuring out what do I want to put in these circles. Because the one on the top left has the week number. That's been like something that I've done every week. And I couldn't figure out what I wanted. I had a look in my Happy Planner book, in the Christmas Joy. Do I want to put a little circle in there? And I was like, do I want to put something that I've punched out of pattern paper? Is it word strips? Like, what is it that I want to put in there? I end up putting a couple of the little clear stickers of the robins in the circles. They just needed something, and I'm just like, just choose something, Di. It's not rocket science, it's stickers. So I just put those in. It needed something, and it's got a couple of robins, so it's done. So you can see me here, I'm looking at the little word strips. Do I want to put those on? And I kind of do, but yeah, I just put a little of the yellow in just because it just felt like it needed, I'm going to call it something. It needed something. It needed something else bright and colourful. So I do end up putting a couple of those in just to give it a little pop of extra colour. I do like the fact that I added those, but I just wish they'd been in a different colour, but I didn't have anything that really went with the spread. So I'm basically going to call that done. Again, like photos, printables, pattern paper, stickers, like Happy Planner stickers, like all kinds of stuff. And that's what I'm loving about this project. It's just giving me the opportunity to use my stash. So that was week 51, birthday and getting sick. And you can see here my album is getting nice and chunky. And then I come to week 52. So I've got a couple of sheets here of printables that I'm going to cut up. And again, you can see that the photos I'm doing on glossy photo paper, and I print at home, so I'm just printing those on glossy photo paper. And as I mentioned, the printable stuff I'm doing on matte photo paper. The quality is so much better than just using regular cardstock. Way better. And also having a decent printer helps. I will say that, because seeing the difference, I just did my flip through today, seeing the difference in my printer from, what was it? And when did I get that? October? From my previous photos and printables to now, it's like night and day. Night and day. So this is week 52. You can see me here. I've got a couple of extra photos because I printed these the week before, I think it was a week before. Again, when I've been doing December daily, I'm trying to use the space on my photo paper and pick up any other little bits. And the problem was that I didn't think about the fact that I had those cards, those photos. So yeah, the printable stuff here is the stories by the month, and I think December daily as well. So this is week 52, which there was the week of Christmas. So I'm just trying to decide where I want everything. I end up doing a little swivel thing with all the photos of Christmas dinner, because I didn't think I needed the three separate. I would rather have the dogs on their own photo, and then the three photos that I've got of Christmas dinner separately. So I'm just trying to figure out where I want the colours here. And you can see those three photos there. Again, I've got these circles that I want to include, and I'm just trying to fit everything in. I'm just trying to fit everything in. And I think I end up going back and moving a few of the things around afterwards anyway. But yeah, just trying to fit everything in. The one thing that I don't like about this is the fact that the two circles on that left-hand side page were in that like vertical orientation. And I think that was what was bothering me more than anything. But I've seen people do this and just like mark the weeks on the monthly calendar. And again, I'm going to say it again. I don't like monthly calendars that start with the weeks on Sunday. I start my week on Monday. Monday starts the week. So I knew that I wanted some bright red, like journaling boxes, because I've got a big red photo on that bottom right for the book that I've read. And the top left, the December card is red, the Nutcracker, like Kermit the Frog, Santa outfit. There's pops of red. So I'm like, okay, red needs to be the accent color here. So I just get that Christmas Joy book again, just put a couple of little circle stickers inside the circles of the printable circles. I pop one on the present that Bob gave me. So again, I'm just partway through deciding that I'm going to move things around. Still don't like the orientation because I'm trying to get a visual triangle of the blue things, but also a visual triangle of the green things. But it just, sometimes I drive myself crazy. I've got these printable boxes that I made. I want to say I've had those in my stash a couple of years. I did them when I was doing like color blocking. They were from my business planner and they came in really useful for this, but yeah, I did them when I was color blocking, so don't throw anything away. I've picked up a brad here to like attach all of these photos together so that they can just swivel out. And I didn't want to put the brad in the middle of the photo because there's like the Santa table ornament in the middle of the top of the photo. So I've just put it on the left-hand side so that it'll swivel. It will still swivel, but it's a weird swivel. It's swiveled to the left, which is totally fine. It's totally valid. So you can see me here. I'm going to use those little red boxes as little journaling spots, and I love doing that. That is something that, again, I want to do more of, like using my stash on these projects. Because again, those boxes have been in my stash a good couple of years. It may even be closer to 3 years than 2. There's probably a video somewhere of where I tried to do the color blocking, but yeah, my plan at the time was everything was going to have its own color in my business planner. Things that didn't work. I tried it, didn't work. So I'm going to use the boxes as little journaling spots on some of the photos and just give them a little bit of context to the week. Now, what you will see here is that on the bottom left, there's a little printable journaling box, journal card, and I've stuck that down here. That is in the wrong space, purely because that should actually go on the end, like the flip side, like I think like New Year's Eve-ish. That should actually go there. I've taken the wrong card. I will realize later, and I do try and get that off the pages, but yeah, crazy things. I will say, if you are a book lover, the book on the bottom right is Strong Female Character by Fern Brady. It was an audiobook that I listened to. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. I have seen myself in that book. It's non-fiction, but yeah, I've just seen myself in that book so much. So again, I'm just putting these down on the page, adhering everything, using the journal spots. Last week it was the snake. This week it was coyotes in the park around the corner, literally just having the time of its life on the field. Like, really? So, yes, wildlife is making a resurgence. So you can see me here, I'm just adhering all of the little journal spots down, I'm adhering the pattern papers down, the printables down. This is what I've really loved about this project. Again, using stash, using printables, getting the stories out of my head, getting the photos out of my camera. And this is what Rini and I were just talking about this. Like, normally these would all just stay either in my camera, or I would just put a few on my currently page in my planner, and that would be it. And doing this project this year has really made me see I have not, over the past 15, 20 years, printed enough photos since we went digital. And especially since we started doing a lot of things on our phones with photographs. Really not printing out enough photos. I'm even thinking at some point of going back over the years and like doing a small photo album for each year, or a small version of Project Life. It might be like a monthly thing maybe of Project Life, but yeah, I don't know. It's something I'm considering. So you can see me here, I'm just trying to decide what I want on here. Do I want any word strips? And again, that's part of the thing, like just to play with things, play with your sticker books, play with printables, it's playtime. It's Project Life playtime. That should be the new thing, Project Life playtime. So again, I'm just going to add some of the little word strips here and there on this page. These are, again, Happy Planner, Christmas Joy, just putting them down. And if they don't work, like this one, it said Christmas Play or something, and I just wanted to put Christmas down, so I just cut the play off. Just cutting up my stickers. It's fine, it's what I do. I cut stickers up. And then it comes to the final couple of days. This was the 30th and the 31st. And this is where I realized that I put the wrong journaling card on week 52. So I have to go and try and take that off and reposition the other one. Just because, you know, again, sometimes the brain, it's sometimes there, and then other times it just doesn't fully switch on. just doesn't fully switch on. So I've got the journaling cards here, and these are from the Stories by the Month kit, I'm pretty sure, from Ali Edwards, from December. There's a picture of Bob and Stella, just because she was being adorably cute, as she always is. The journaling cards are basically just talking about saying goodbye to good and looking forward to a year of magic. Some highlights from December, and then just talking about enjoying December daily and how it helped reconnect me to the holiday season. And then I actually left this a couple of days, and then I came back to it with a couple of photos. One of a book that I finally finished. I finally finished this book. I think I started it around April. This one was a struggle, but mostly because I was just reading other books. But this one was a struggle. I don't recommend it. I will say that, I don't recommend it. And then I've got a photo of me, which is a repeat from the one of my birthday. And this is where I realised, as I'm trying to journal on this photo, I'd left my pen open all night and it had dried up. So yeah. And then I'm trying to decide what I'm going to put on the flip over card from 2024 to 2025. And I was going to do some writing. Initially, I was going to do some writing about enjoying December daily. I was going to put something like, really enjoyed Project Life this year, blah, blah, blah. And I ended up just putting something down and calling it done. It doesn't need to be more complicated than that. So those are my final couple of weeks in Project Life. I will come back at you next weekend with a full flip through of my 2024 album. I will probably just do music and just let you see it as is, but that's the plan. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, then give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you next time, my planner pals. Bye.